So the question I want to ask you is, now this is for you personally. Anybody that's tuned in right now, what is wrong with God? Where are you at with your relationship with God right now? How do you know him? How did you get your relationship? Was you taught it? Did you discover it? How or what do you believe in? And let me ask you this one last question. After this life, what does it promise you? Now, that's something for you to think about. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking, y'all. You know your girl like to think, okay? And we are getting ready to enter into a new year. 2025. 2025 is up the street around the corner. And y'all, if I have to be honest with y'all, can I be transparent? Because you know your girl going to be transparent with you. You know, I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with you. With my old mind. The year of 2024. Oh my God. Y'all remember what TD Jakes said? Have you ever been swallowed? Okay. I swear 2024 tried to swallow me up like the fish did Jonah. Okay, in my old mind, I will say that in my reality mind that this year was pretty much it was hell. Can I keep it 100 with you? But when I sat back earlier this week and I analyzed all of the obstacles, everything that came at me this year, it was a wear and tear on my mental like no other before. Guess what? I looked at it as a training course. And let me tell you something. Now, you may not see it through this black shirt, but this spiritual body is cut up. Now, I know you can see the results of that. And this is where the confidence comes from. And this year, because we are moving into 2024, we going to unpack today. Yeah, we're going to unpack all the mess. And you know what? Some of y'all need to unpack things that you've been carrying since your childhood. Yeah, some of you need to unpack some things that you have with you for 20 years. So today, we're going to put it all right here on the table, all the mess, all the regret, all the pain, everything you can think of, all is forgiven. Let me tell you what the biggest challenge is. The biggest challenge of letting go of that past is that you have reminders. Yeah, your mama and them and your cousin and them and your auntie and them, they like to remind you and take you back. And even your own self like to remind you to keep you there, but not today. All was paid for. We are going to unpack from our past journey. Y'all ready to get into it? Let's go. Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters. Yes, it is your girl, your big homie, TT, and welcome y'all to TT Talk. Snip, snap. I don't know if that's your thing, brother, but give me a give me a snap. Listen, snap on them real quick. Listen, before we dive into it, you already know we got to give a special thanks to the APAP team for allowing your girl, for trusting your girl to use this here platform to represent God and his kingdom. And no, I do not take your eyes or your ears or your time for granted. Okay, now we about to get to the yams. Look who the wind blew in, y'all. Look who, put the camera on her, put the light on her, my big homie Jason. And listen, Jason, here on the TT Talk, you introduce yourself. Who will introduce you better than you? Introduce yourself to my 5 friends. Let's go.
To the 5 friends?
To the 5 friends.
Well, before I introduce myself, let me answer your question.
Oh, no, he ain't coming in here asking me questions. Go ahead, Jason.
My mother is the woman that took me to church, but if I have to be honest with you, my Aunt Melinda, she's the one that introduced me to God. You know what I'm saying? Because that woman there, to give her flowers, she can definitely pray the man of God right into the room.
Oh, okay,
You know what
Auntie
I'm saying?
Melinda. Hey,
Hey.
shout out to Auntie Melinda. Shout her out
Hey.
up there.
Auntie.
Love you,
You
Auntie.
already know what it
Thank
is.
God for the Auntie. I'm gonna be
Thank
that Auntie. I'm gonna be the Auntie that introduce.
In the name of Jesus.
Yes, to all of my nephews and nieces. I have a whole slew of them. They know what TT and Uncle Shy do.
Stories you tell me, you definitely relate
Yeah.
who she is.
Yeah, that's
But
what's up.
I don't know, man. I'm just Jason, man.
Man with the plan.
I say nobody's special, but at the end of the day, I do realize that, I wouldn't be the man I am if it wasn't for God. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for his grace and his mercy, you know what I'm saying, and him deeming me worthy
All
of
day.
the blessings.
All day.
So
That's what it is. A blessed man, a man of God.
that's
A
it.
man of God. And you have so many talents.
I got a few.
He got a lot of talents. We working on them, y'all. We working on them. So Jason, just to loosen you up a little bit on the show.
Okay.
You know your girl like to have fun. So I have 2 games that I want us to play before we dive in.
Okay,
Is that cool?
Let's
Is that cool? Okay. Listen, the first game that we're going to play is called Catchy Phrase. Okay. So these phrases you have heard throughout your life, and some of these phrases, Mama, yeah, you did. You've been around the block. That great beard said that you've been someplace.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. You've been here before, Mr. J. So we're going to play this game called Catchy Phrases. I'm going to start it off, and you have to finish it.
Okay.
Can you handle that?
I got you.
All right, let's go. Let's get into it. All right. Catchy phrase. A hard head makes a what?
A soft.
Tushy. Your mom used to tell you that all the time, right?
Mine ain't
Yeah.
that soft, but it should be.
Okay. A hit dog will.
Holla every
There
time,
you
man.
go. There you go. I'm not the one of gospel, but
Hey.
what it say? I'm not the one of gospel, but
It sounds familiar.
I ain't the one of gospel, but you ain't.
You ain't heard this from me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, listen. Fix your face before.
Before I fix it,
There you go.
Okay.
You know how I'm fix your face before I fix it for
stop
you.
all that crying. You know, beat me to death. Like,
I'ma fix it, mama. There you go. Good one, Jay. Don't let your mouth write a check.
that you can't cash.
There you go. That boy been around the block. Who is your mama? Don't let nobody
Play with
steal. No, don't let nobody steal your
joy.
There you go. A closed mouth don't.
Don't get fed, man.
I'm too old to be chasing after.
These little young girls.
There you,
Jesus, they gonna kill me.
you gotta stop chasing after them little girls. You can't keep up. Your knees are bad, brother.
And my feet.
And the hip, and the lower back.
And the lower back.
All that. Okay, one more. We getting ready to go to the party, right?
Okay.
And what we gonna say? Who all gonna?
Who over there?
Who gonna be there? Who gonna be? Because I ain't going.
Yeah, I ain't going.
Flat out. Good job, Jay. Okay, we got the same mama.
Say less.
Yeah, we got the same mama. Okay, y'all. So this next game, we gonna test it real quick. This next game that we are getting ready to play is called Guess the Acronyms. Can you handle that? You know how we do the little acronyms. We shorten it down a little bit so we ain't got to do all that long writing. So we got acronyms. Are you ready?
I am.
I think you got it. I think you got it. So I'm going to hold the card up.
Okay.
And you got to give me the acronym for the card.
All right, let me see.
Are you ready?
I'll do it.
Let's get into it. Here we go.
Oh, that was easy. That's shaking my head.
Shaking my head. Good job. I bet you don't know what this one is, though. FOMO. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. You don't know. I ain't never seen this one. It says fear of missing out.
Oh.
That's what the young folks say. That's what they sing you. So if you see this, mommy, daddy, it's the fear of missing out.
Yeah, I only got that.
Okay,
fear,
the
I ain't
fear.
supposed to be there. I ain't supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Period. I'm not. It ain't no fear.
Yeah, it ain't no fear.
If I missed it, I missed it.
I missed it.
Flat out.
Wasn't for me.
Here we go. BTW.
By the way,
Good job. Good job. Here we go. DIY.
do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
I got that one.
That boy's smart. You know this one.
Oh, that's laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud. Here we go. Last one.
Let's see what we got.
I got one more after this one.
Be right back.
I didn't even know what this is.
Okay.
Good job. Yeah, that's good. I feel like I'm in school teaching little kids. Yes, he did it. You got one more. Here we go.
Smiley
Bam.
Hey, you only live once, right?
Dang. Y'all give it up for Jason. I can hear y'all clapping for it. That boy got Skittles. Yeah, you got Skittles, man. You got Skittles. Listen, Jason.
Talk to me.
Can you share a defining moment from your past that shaped you to who you are today? A defining moment that's in your past that shaped you to who you are today.
If I gotta be real, man, like December the 17th, when my youngest son was born, it was crazy because he was born, you know, I cut the umbilical cord, and it was like when the doctors put him in front of the window, you know, he was born like these big old blue eyes, and it was like 6 or 7 people there. I was standing in the back because I kind of had done seen him, and literally like he was just looking. And he went past me, and he was like, came right back and looked me in my face, and I was like,
wow.
Like, nigga, you ain't even be here. Hour yet.
You know who I
You
is.
know who I am?
Wow.
And I was so connected, and it was like at that point, because I already had a son, but my first son was driven me to I just wanted to get some money. You know what I'm saying? To like give him toys, give him clothes, do things like just it was more of a financial thing. My second son, whenever he was born, he looked at me like that. I was like, man, I gotta show this kid something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And going in and out of jail, in and out of prisons, like that ain't gonna be the move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want him to be more. I want both of my kids to be more. You know what I'm saying? But that was an extremely defining moment where I was like,
that's it.
Turning the corner.
That's
now.
it. Them
You know
kids will do it to you, though.
For sure.
Real life. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. That kid, I haven't been the same since I had my son, and I feel like I was young when I had TJ. I was 19 years old when I had him, and he has been a blessing. Like in my life. Like at first, I couldn't even imagine, you know, taking care of this child. I'm so young here by myself. You know, I'm originally from Michigan. I'm here in Atlanta by myself trying to hold it down. And it's just been such a blessing, man. It's been such a blessing. And I thank God for that boy, man, because he was the one. He was the one before Oziah and Kyle. It was TJ. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing that. When you look back, what's one experience that you struggled to let go of and why? What's one of those experiences that you just struggle with that you just
something I've struggled to let go
that you just couldn't let go?
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I'm a man that struggles with forgiveness. Like I really don't like to forgive people. I'm a person that feels like once you cross the street, you kind of stay over there. You know what I mean? Because I typically try to bring good energy.
Right.
I try to be a good person to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think I do.
Right.
So I struggle with forgiveness. Like I often
That's
say,
real
like,
talk.
Like God is a man of grace, mercy, and forgiveness. I'm a man of vengeance.
Oh Lord, we gonna pray for him. We gonna pray, and that's one of the things I know about you, brother. Yeah, we got to work on it, but that's real. That's real. You got to keep it. You got to be real with yourself, and that's something that you have to work on because it is hard, especially when I'm like, especially if you did something and you just did me dirty.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. And my thing is like, you know what? I'll forgive you, but you won't get that same energy. You're not going to get that same energy. You just not. I'm praying for you and I'll say, hey, girl, how you doing? In passing. That's what I'll do. So, I respect that. I respect that. Can you share a failure that taught you a major lesson?
A failure
taught you a major lesson. A failure that taught you a major lesson. Could you think of one?
I got one. You know what I'm saying? Like being a man that's divorced, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I know for a fact God blessed me with a great wife, right? But He also blessed me too soon. I wasn't ready for that, and so I kind of failed in the marriage. You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have done. So. Yeah.
So, like, you know what I feel like, Jason? Life is all about the experience.
Yeah.
So and we're learning. Like every day we learning. So with that, you take that experience and you learn from that. So now you know when you enter into another relationship, you know what to do and what not to do, and not to fall back in you know, into those same steps and do that the same thing over and over again. You'll be doing it. It's the same pattern. So you notice that, hey, that's something that I have to fix, right? That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, just holding myself accountable.
Did you hear what that brother just said? Hold yourself accountable, man. Something that we don't want to do. I told my son just the other day, I said, man, the graveyard is full of excuses.
Yes.
Everybody got an excuse to do whatever you want to do. You got an excuse for it. And they do too. So what's your excuse going to be? You got to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, brother, for real. What's one of the moments in your life that changed everything? What's a moment in your life that changed everything?
Man, like I think I got two defining moments that that turned me more into a man.
Okay.
October 7th, 2016, my son was killed. My oldest son was killed. You know what I'm saying? And I often tell people all the time, like, I really didn't grow up until I lost my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can literally remember, like, before him just being a certain type of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then after losing him, you know, of course, I was very angry. You know, and I'll be honest, like, I'm still angry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that definitely changed me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then fast forward to 2022, the passing of my mother.
Yeah.
Like, that took so much energy from me, Tish. It was like, I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't want to take a shower. I didn't want to clean up.
That was depression. That was real. That was real.
Like,
yeah.
I didn't want to do nothing. Like, no work, no nothing. Like it. I was in a.
And how did you get out of that though? Like where did your strength come from for you to get from there to here? Because we are dealing with it. Like, I don't want to cut you off, but let me say this before we dive in. Don't forget your thought, okay? We pausing for the calls right now. We pausing for the calls. Right. But I do want to say this. This week alone, Jay, real talk. I was planning to send flowers. I was planning to send flowers to a student that died. Okay, his funeral is tomorrow. No, his wait is tomorrow, and the funeral is Saturday. Thank you for that. And I just got a call yesterday that one of my girlfriend's husbands didn't wake up from his sleep. Okay. This is my reality. This is what's going on right now as we speak. On the way here, I just got to call one of the old students. I used to take this baby home. He used to play basketball with my son. He just got gunned down in front of his house. Took 8 bullets today. So to the families that are dealing with that right now, that are watching, how do you come from that? Where do you draw from? How did you come about that slump?
Like for me, I'm not a man, like I don't pray as much as I should, but my faith in God is out the roof.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know it just be time. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I really feel is like we have no grass, we have no trees, we have no nothing without storms, without rain.
Right.
So I realize when I'm in that moment, like this is like God really reigning in my life, like because He's trying to get me to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, in order for us to grow, we have to go through something.
There's
no growth when the sun is shining. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
it.
The growth comes from
when the rain.
Yeah.
Stop looking for the sun when it's raining. Let it rain. Yeah. And I know it's hard, y'all. And I know it's hard when you in it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Listen, the story with the lady, one of my girlfriends, I dealt with that with my in 2021. My stepfather, same thing. He died in his sleep. You know what I'm saying? I went over there. I saw that man laying. You remember that? So you got to keep fighting. You got to keep drawing for something to get you through your day. Yeah. It's the day-to-day, Jay. I always say that get us. It's the day-to-day. So some days it may be good. You may feel good and feel on top, and then some days it's so strong. So in those days, what are you drawing from?
That's when you call him the most, to be honest with
That's
you.
when you call on him the most.
Yeah.
That's when you
That's when
call
show
on him.
and let you know who he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt like this year was for me because of everything that I went through. The relationship, how he showed me every time.
Yeah.
I mean, before 2024 opened the door, I was catching it, Jay. I can write a book on 2020 called 2024. 2024. You know what I'm saying? But we're still here. And I was sitting up there thinking, I'm like, I can't win.
Yeah.
I can't, and I won't. And I can stand here and tell you and everybody else that's tuned in, if I'm riding for him, can't lose, man.
Can't lose.
And that's a fact.
It's like the footprints in the sand.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the footprints in the sand. You just gotta
Yeah.
know whenever you can't walk, he gonna carry you. You know what I'm saying? Until you get
And that's a real thing. And you're going to be
then
looking
he gonna
back.
sit you down.
Yep.
And let you keep walking yourself. Because
Yeah.
he gonna know, okay,
You got it.
my child is strong enough at this point. I can sit my child down and let my child walk.
Yes, that's what's up.
That's what I'm
Yep, yep. What's misconception people often have about you? He's a booty hoe.
Yeah. Hey, I get that one a lot.
He get that one a lot. He get that one a lot.
Yeah.
Right? But that's the misconception they get. But you really.
Yeah, I'm really a pretty good dude, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, because I don't smile often, so
Mm-hmm.
I keep a dog on my face, to be honest. A lot of people will look and say, oh, he mean, he a butthole.
Yeah.
Or he might think he all that. And I'm kind of one of the most humble people you'll ever meet,
Mm-hmm.
I think, anyway, in my opinion of myself. So, yeah.
Do you know we kind of get that like when you do carry that spirit and when you are confident in your walk and when you ain't worried about what this world talking about, people do get offended by that.
Yeah.
They will call it she cocky or arrogant or it's too much or it's but you just being.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to worry about. I ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. You worried?
Not at all.
No, not at all. It ain't gonna do you no good. That's for the world to worry.
Yeah.
That's one thing he told us not to do, Jay.
Yeah.
Is worry. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it. How has your perspective on life changed as you enter this stage of life?
You know,
At this age, how's it changed? How has it changed?
at this age, man, like, I just want to enjoy life, like be there for my granddaughter. Like I could really care less about what the next person thinks, how they feel. You know what I mean? And I just want to be happy, man.
You just want to be happy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
What makes you happy? Like, what do you do
What makes
to find that peace?
being myself a lot of times make me happy.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? I enjoy traveling. You know, I'm crafty with my hands.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if I'm painting something, building something, like those moments make me happy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
good. Just at those moments. Yeah, I feel you. Because I look, me and that mountain up there, we got a thing.
Yeah.
I go in there and I just get lost in the woods for real. My friend Jen turned me on to that. I never thought I would be hiking, my brother.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? But my perspective on life has changed.
You know what's crazy is after my son was killed, I hiked the mountain a lot
Wow.
because I would go up to the top of the mountain.
It's almost like you're
Hear the
escaping.
beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm escaping the world, all of the worries. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb. Just don't disturb me. Text me. I'll get back with you.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I usually say I try to get to the top of the mountain so I can hear God's voice a little bit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not so low on the ground no more. I'm
Yeah.
higher, so I can hear His voice a little clearer.
Just sit up there.
It's peaceful up there.
If you don't have a mountain, go find one.
Go find one.
go find one.
Yeah.
I'm
It'd be a struggle
telling
to
you.
get up there. When you get
Yeah,
there,
but
the
when you
peace.
get, isn't that something?
What?
He said something there.
Yeah.
It's a struggle when you get up there.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
And it's one part towards the end that it gets so steep. You almost want to give up. You like, you know what, it's fine. I can see it from here.
Yeah.
But it's that part. But man, once you go all the way up and you push
Yeah.
through that pain, that's just like in life. It's once you push through the pain.
Yeah.
It's once you push through the pain. And that's when you form that muscle. And that's why I feel like, man, I got cut up. Because I went through the training. I was climbing the mountains. I was on my knees. I was doing all that this year, flat out. And I know you were too, because I talked to some of you. You understand? Back to the interview. Listen, how do you balance learning from the past without letting it define your future?
My past is just that. It's my past.
I feel you.
It is not who I am currently. It is not who I'm going to be in the future. It's just my past. Like I had to trust God's process, right? So in order for me to be able to speak powerfully for God's process, I had to go through something. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, we dealing with young cats today. They don't want to hear.
They ain't trying to hear that.
Hear nothing. If you ain't been through nothing, even if you've been through something, they probably don't want to hear it anyway.
Right.
But if you hadn't been through nothing, they definitely don't want to
Because you got to be relatable.
You got to be relatable.
You got to be relatable. And you look at it as my past is all a part of my story, baby.
All part of my story.
My character is displayed and shown through my stability and how I persevered through everything.
Yes.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty part. And it doesn't define me. It's gone. It's a new me.
Like the reality of life is like, you hear where people say, you don't look like what you've been through.
Right.
So whenever you can go through stuff, you can go through a storm, and you can smile on the other side.
Man.
Stop playing with God.
Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop
man.
playing. Don't play with him. Speaking of young people, that's funny you said that. What's one thing you will tell your teenage self to stop worrying about? Just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. What would you tell yourself to stop worrying about as your teenage self? Your teenage Jason sitting up here, what would you tell your teenage self?
I would probably be like, don't worry about what the next person thinks. Like, it's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when people are young, a young person can be very intelligent, have a lot of skills, but they will have something called like a survivor's remorse or a remorse for having too much potential. So they'll dumb themselves down to blend in with a crowd that's going nowhere. And then you look forward, fast forward 15, 20 years, you still with them when the reality of life
doing nothing.
You could have went in and failed. You could have went and wrote a book. You could have went been a doctor. You could have went been a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You could have went and did some great things had you applied yourself 20 years ago to what your potential was.
So that's good. I'll tell my teenage self, girl, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. You know what? I always kind of been that way. Like, I don't care what nobody say. But when I was a teenager, you still wanted to fit in. You still wanted to be accepted. You know, even though I didn't care what you say, but I still wanted your opinion on it. Now I don't give a hoot, nanny. I don't give a hoot, nanny. What you got to say? I don't care. I don't care. That's how I live. And I tell my sons that. I'm like, all this stuff, man, you just passing through high school right now. You passing through. It's about to be over.
Life is people that you meet that you go to high school with. They're not your lifetime friends. It might be a couple of them, but your lifetime friends.
Literally a couple of them.
Literally a couple of them come later on in life.
Do you still talk to anybody from high school?
Yeah, I got one partner, man, Freddie Amos, man. Like, it's funny because he was just in Atlanta. He lived in Tennessee a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, man, we've been friends for like 30, 40 years.
Wow.
I never thought about it like that, but we have.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. I don't have nobody that from high school that I still talk to, but when I go home to my city is love there. But I'm not good at keeping up with people.
Yeah, me neither, really.
I'm not good. If you see me, we gonna have a good time. All that talking on the phone, I'm not about to do all that.
Especially if we've outgrown each other mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we've outgrown each other mentally, like I'm not at that point in life. You know what I'm saying? So we have very much in common. We don't have any parallels.
Yeah.
So
I like that. Do you find that young people today face different struggles when it comes to processing their past?
I think young people have more struggles because it's just too much social media.
They put too much pressure on themselves.
Too much pressure on themselves.
They put too much pressure on themselves.
Everybody in the world is doing.
Yeah.
So I think that's where their pressure comes.
I think it's too much exposure. I have a nephew who was afraid to drive. And the reason he was afraid to drive is because what he saw online.
Yeah.
So before he started driving, he will sit up there and watch all of these YouTube videos. And you know who you is. I ain't going to say your name. You're doing good now. But remember back in the day, you didn't even want to drive because he kept seeing it. He kept feeding it in his spirit with those accidents. So because he's seen it, and online, they show the real deal, Holyfield. So he is watching it, and it put that anxiety in him.
he kind of psyched himself out and felt like he was going to do that.
Too much exposure. Too much exposure. Yeah. Yes. Is there a risk you wish you would have taken in your earlier life? Gotta get close up to the mic, brother.
Man, I honestly, you know, being in Atlanta, I ride through the city sometimes, and I see these dudes here, man, like they riding Bentleys, Ferraris, Lambos, Roses, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, rewind me back to then, and knowing what I know now, man, cats ain't gonna have nothing on Jason, boy. Cause I'm gonna be right there.
You can't do it when God do it.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of glow.
But
it's a different kind of glow.
I take a different route, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted me to take a different route.
But you know you can have all of those things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you it ain't coming.
Yeah.
It's definitely
yeah.
man.
We can have all
It ain't my
that.
time yet.
Oh, have all
You know
that.
what I'm saying? It
But the
ain't my
kingdom
time.
will be up there like for real. It's gonna be crazy. You just
Yeah.
watch. You just watch. Have there been any emotions or experiences you avoided unpacking, and why?
I would honestly say no, because I'm a person, like, I'm really hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the only way that you can get somewhere is be real with yourself. Like, when you in the mirror talking to the person,
I be telling them that, Jason.
You know what I'm saying?
I be telling
Like,
them that.
You gotta be real with that person in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Have to.
And you know, I used to be hard on the fact that, like, my father didn't teach me how to be a man. I figured out how to be a man by watching dudes in the street. Like, that's where my personality was drawn to. Like, I ain't really have nobody be like, you should go to college and do this.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Shit. My cousin was like, hey, I'm about to send you these 50 crack rocks on the Greyhound.
Oh,
Go pick 'em
wow.
up at the Greyhound bus station. I'm like, say less.
Okay, let me listen.
Greyhound called me. I'm like, hey, I'll be there in a minute.
Right,
I got my
right.
real name on it, everything, man. Forget you, cuz, man.
Why you do that, baby, like that, cuz?
It's all right.
Fine, you cuz. Yeah, it's all good. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. You live and you learn.
Sure.
Okay. What's one of the most important lessons you learned from facing your past? Like, what is one of the important lessons you like, or just what you do? You just let it go. Just like, I don't even worry about it.
Energy, man.
Ooh.
Karma is a monster. You know what I'm saying? And if karma come in your life, like, a lot of times people can't even handle karma. So energy, like, that's why I try not to bother nobody. I try to be good to people. I try to be genuine to people, man, because I don't want bad karma.
Man,
I try
that
to put
is,
good energy
y'all,
out there.
let me tell you, y'all, that karma,
Yeah, it's a monster.
that it's real. I'm gonna tell you a short story. I ain't gonna put nobody's name out. Identify yourself. I know a lady, right, who cheated. Okay? Cheated, left her husband, went on years and years, and I'm talking about years later, remarried, right? And years into that marriage, guess what happened?
She got cheated on.
He cheated, and when he did it, it was dirty.
And he not even the person she cheated on.
No.
See what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
It comes back. And I was young when I realized that. I was a teenager when that happened. And I put two and two together at a young age. And I'm like, it really comes back.
Yeah, it definitely
It
does.
really, really comes back. Hey, so listen, what you put out there, be careful what you put out there.
Because it definitely come back.
Mm-hmm.
What we just doing? We was doing the finish this phrase.
Mm-hmm.
What's the phrase? How it go? Karma is a.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. It is.
Yeah, it's
it is. And it's real. You think you going out there, you know, I was talking to the person that was cheated on, and he said, I would never want to be responsible for hurting someone, that pain. I don't want to be responsible for that pain, for somebody to carry that pain for my name. And so even though he was cheated on, he decided to take a different route, and he's been married forever now. But yeah.
Right.
True story.
He didn't want to get his lick back.
Yeah.
Because he let God do it for him.
Man, because when I handed out.
Yeah, when God handed it out, you know, it's really a little bit better. than when you do it for yourself.
And I know you be wanting to put your paws and you be wanting to get your leg back. You do. You do. You want to sit up there and plot and pull up. But we can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't do that. Listen.
Pray for me.
Pray. We're gonna put Jason on the prayer list, everybody. Listen, do you think it's important to revisit past experience regularly or when it resurfaces?
I think the past is the past, man. Like, once you come to terms with it, once you accept the accountability for whatever it is you did, however you did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you apologize to the person and you apologize from a genuine point, you know what I'm saying? Just let it be. Like, why keep beating yourself up about something that, like, you supposed to be past? Like, if you passed it, be past it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, apologize. Be genuine about
Yeah.
it. Don't make the same mistake again and just keep moving forward.
That's it. See, you saying some stuff there.
Yeah.
Don't make the same mistakes again.
Right.
Learn from it. Okay? Just like you're going to learn in the next marriage, you're going to do better
Oh, for sure.
and be a wonderful husband. And remember what I said. She got to speak your language.
She got to speak my language.
She got to speak your language. She got to. Don't waste your time.
Oh,
And you can tell if they ain't really from your country or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, let her stick around. Give it a few months. You'll see.
Yeah.
And everything has to line up. She got to walk it like it, talk it. Hey, she got to walk it like it. Hey, walk it like it.
I swear. Yeah, she got to be more than pretty, man. Like,
Yeah, man, we beyond that. We too old for that. And then in this age, it starts wearing down. Everything starts dropping anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hairline start receding and all that. You ain't that cute. Anyway. What tools or practices have helped you in the process of unpacking from your past?
Self-forgiveness and knowing who I am. Like, can't nobody else take away from who I am. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know my value. I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? I know where God has brought me from. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm going through something, at the end of the day, I just know, like, God has already brought me through this or something similar through this before, so I'm okay.
So that's your receipt, your reminder. Yeah, your reminder,
so
yeah.
It's easy to, like, just unpack that and leave it there.
Yeah.
And just keep moving.
Yeah. And you know what, y'all? We saying it like it's, but that's really what it is. It's like, it all starts here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is so mental.
It is everything.
Yeah, it is so
Once you know that life ain't nothing but a mental head game,
Yeah.
conquer that.
Mm-hmm.
Conquer that first.
You know, you said something a while ago, something about worry. Like, people will say they believe in God, but then they worry so much. It's like, how you believe in God if you were so worried? You know what I'm saying? Like,
God,
if you that worried,
if you gonna believe.
Yeah, believe. If you worry, like you in doubt.
Yes.
Worry is a form of doubt that he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't live in worry. I live in, I know. Even if I don't get it today, you know what I'm saying?
I know it's gonna happen.
I know it's coming, man. There's no doubt in my mind.
It's been coming.
It's been coming.
You know what I realized? This is what usually happens. I don't know about your life, but I'm gonna tell you how it is in my life, right? So usually, I will speak life into something, right? So let's just say I'm going to I won't be sick. I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to be sick, right? I'm speaking life. I'm on my way to the doctor because I'm feeling a certain way, but I'm saying to myself, I'm not sick. Yeah. But when I get to the doctor, so all the way there, I'm getting myself together. I'm lifting my spirit up. But when I get there, I get that news. So now you got the news from the doctor that has identified in your reality that you are sick, and then you got your belief.
Yeah.
Come on, I need to look at my camera.
Yeah.
Then you got the diagnosis from the doctor, and then you got your belief. What you gonna do?
I'm going to believe for me.
You got the belief. So whatever the doctor say, yeah, okay, I hear you.
Yeah, take consideration.
I'll take into consideration what you said. Okay, did you see that? All right, God.
Yeah.
All right, God, you heard what they said. That's how I do.
Yeah.
You heard what they said. We got things to do. Now, is your assignment done?
No.
Are we finished?
No.
Because if we finish, you do what you want to do. But if I don't feel that we done, I think we just getting started.
Just getting started.
So ain't no sickness coming to take us out. So you have to be conditioned to remind yourself outside of your reality, because your reality is not going to give it to you. You got to believe outside past that, outside of that. It ain't real. It ain't real. What does healing or closure look like for you?
For me,
For you.
man, I ain't stressed. You know what I'm saying?
Stress free.
I'm stress free. I'm worry free. You know,
You taken care of. God got you.
God got me. I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? I know that all my blessings come from God. Even bad situations.
Come on now.
I still feel like they from God, because God, like, I need you to go through this, son.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The only way that
He
you're gonna get to
got
this
to.
point is you gotta deal with this. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
In
So,
order for you to get to the next grade, you got to test out, baby.
you gotta test out.
You got to test
Yeah.
out. That's life. That's life. And I
Yeah.
feel like, for me, back to 2024. Yeah.
So that was a test.
It was a
Yeah.
one big test. One big test. But that's life. And I've learned a lot. And God is so real. I just know that he's real, and it ain't nothing nobody can say. You can't deter me from that. Is there a piece of advice you'll give to someone hesitant to confront their own past?
Stop slowing yourself down, man. The only way you're going to get there is mash the gas. Don't worry about the brake, man. Just go. Stop worrying about what the past happened.
Right.
What happened in the past.
Right.
The past is just that. It's the past. I said it already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mash the gas. Let's go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, if you know where you want to go, if you have a vision for yourself, I feel like God and where you want to go is like an alley-oop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it is, so God throw the alley-oop. He already put it, he planted the seed in your mind,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so that's
yeah.
the seed being planted, like, so now you got to jump and go get it. If you want to make the dunk, you got to go get it. God ain't just going to be like, here.
Come on.
You
It
know what
don't
I'm
work that way,
It
y'all.
don't work that way.
I know you want it to work that way, but it don't work that way, y'all. It just don't. I was just riding. I'm always taking the boys home, and I was talking to one of the boys, right? And so I was giving them the whole little spiel of 2025 coming up. And so I'm like, yo, what's the goal? What's the goal? You know, because we always have goals. So one of the boys' goals was, he said, I don't know if he was just telling me this because you know what I be on. But he said, Miss Cobb, I want to get closer to God, right? Okay. True story. I ain't got no reason to lie. It ain't going to do me no good. It's not going to benefit me lying to you.
Right.
It ain't going to, what it's going to do? Anywho, he said, I want to get closer to God. I said, okay, that's nice. That's nice. I said, so how are you going to get closer to God? What are you going to do? Okay, if getting closer to God, this is the goal. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do to get closer to God? Right. And guess what, y'all? That's when them excuses came in. He's like, oh, I be so busy. I'm in school and then I got practice. And I was like, oh, whoa. Now we starting off with the excuses. I said, let me help you out. You got the goal. Now you got to set another goal for your day to day. You got to set a goal to get to the goal. You understand? Right. You got to set a goal through your Monday through Sunday to get to that main goal. So I said, okay, it's a sacrifice for you. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to get up earlier in the morning, maybe 10 minutes, have your first prayer. When you sitting up there at lunch, instead of fooling around, take that time out. That's 2 prayers, because he said he's supposed to pray 5 times a day. Okay. I said, that's 2 prayers. It's a sacrifice from you. See, people don't want to make the adjustments. They think it's supposed to come. No, baby. You better take the time out, and you the one got to make the sacrifice. Because it's not going to, the goal is just going to be a goal if you don't work towards the goal or make a goal to get to the goal.
Right.
Am I making sense, brother?
Yeah,
did I lose you, Patrick? You're still there. I mean, okay, he's still there.
Be real. Goals is like, it's kind of like a frog going across the pond. You know what I'm saying? You got to go from lily pad to lily pad. So you have to have short-term goals in order to get to this long-term goal.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And as you go from one goal to the next goal to the next goal, it builds your confidence. And as you build your confidence, then you can get to your bigger goal. Mm-hmm. But you have to. It's like I said, it's like a lily pad. You got to go from one to the next, to the next, to the next.
Yep.
And as you accomplish the small goals, you'll eventually make the greater.
You'll make the Yep. It's you have to create a new habit.
Yes, habits.
A new habit for yourself. Yes. You have to create a new habit. Other than that, we just gonna be talking.
Yes.
So you got to change.
Definitely about habits.
It's about a habit. So I have created a habit to make that time. God already know that morning. That's me and you, baby, all day for the hour and a half we in this car. You know what I'm saying? When I get done working out, I take that time. It's me and you again, boo. When we get in that car riding, it's me and him again. It's all day. It's consuming fire. That's what they say.
Right. You know,
That's
a
how I
lot
feel.
of times, you know what I'm saying, we have to retrain ourselves. We have to unlearn what we've been doing. We have to unlearn our habits and establish new habits and learn new processes to get where we going, man.
All right now, Jason. You know that's what Jesus said.
Hey.
He came back and he said, repent. You gotta change your old ways.
Yeah.
You have to. And it's hard. It's hard. That's why that unpacking it's very hard. It's really difficult. Is there a life lesson that has taken you years to fully understand?
Forgiveness again.
Forgiveness. He's still.
I'm still
We gonna put him on the prayer. He's still working on that
still working on
forgiveness.
that
That
one, man.
forgiveness is hard.
I'm still working on that.
It's
I get in a
hard.
situation Where even my cousin, she called me. She's like, you know, you need to forgive, man. You know, let it go.
Yeah.
And you know, because I love her, I really be taking in the things that she says to
That's
me
what's
in
up.
consideration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, she's probably the only person in the family, or one of the few that can say something. I'd be like,
All right.
let me think about
Okay.
it.
I'm
what you
gonna let
right.
that ride.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
really
yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's okay. We all got things to work on. You know what I'm saying?
work on.
We got that's his, and that and it.
Yeah.
I could feel you on that
Yeah.
because there's some family members that I'm just like, just don't send them my way. I deal with it whenever, but right now I deal with it later. What's one, and this one is gonna go to your camera, brother. What's one piece of life advice you would share to the listeners to carry with them in their daily walk? What's one advice that you can give them so when they tune off and be like, I remember what that brother Jay say? What's one advice that you can give them that they can carry in their daily walk? And when you say that, brother, give it to that's them right there.
Right
They
there?
right there. They right there. Give it to them, Jay.
So if there's one advice I could give, man, I would just be like, don't let people dictate where you want to go. Don't let your past weigh you down. Figure out what you want to do and strive for it every day. Like wake up doing it, you know. And I always keep God in it. Like I said, I'm not a man. Like I don't pray as much as I should. I do not. But when I do pray, you know what I'm saying, I'll be real about it. And I'll be honest with you. I don't go to God asking him for stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, God, will you do this? Will you do that? I'm not a really
I like that,
beggar
Jay.
per se.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
like
more
that.
of like, hey, God, thank you. You know what I'm saying? God, you sent me a customer that spent $5,000.
Come on now.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God, I just thank you for waking up and just having another day. So be thankful for God. You know what I'm saying? For the blessings, like it's really the small blessings. We always want the big blessing. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, the big blessing a lot of times comes with so much stress and so much pressure and so much problems.
They don't even know what they asking
You
for.
don't even know what you're asking for. So be thankful for the small blessings, and don't count yourself out, man.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody tell you can't do something, because the reality of life is in 2025 is upon us. We can do whatever we want to.
We can do all things.
Yeah.
We
Just
can do all
because-
things.
Just because it might take one person 4 years to become a doctor, 5 years to become a doctor.
Come on now.
It take you 8 to 10 years to become a doctor. So what? Just do it, my guy. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, you almost let that slip. You heard him. My guy.
Yeah,
My guy.
You know what I'm saying? So just do it, man. Don't let nobody stop you. Just make it happen, man. Your life is yours to live.
And you only got one.
And you only got one. After you get to a certain age, certain things ain't even gonna matter to you no more. You know what I mean? So
Thank you, Jason. Y'all see that? Y'all give Jason another. He needs another. Out there. Thank you so much, Jason, for taking the time out and
having me.
blessing this platform. We really, really appreciate you. Listen, God loves you. He really, really do. Whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, you was created for a purpose. Okay?
Yeah.
Every last one of us. Thank you for allowing your girl to pour this sweet tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God gonna do, because I have absolutely no idea. I don't know what he gonna do from week to week. Okay, but this I do know. I know that unpacking can be very difficult. It's like this. It's like walking around with this heavy luggage, and it's tiring. It's this heavy suitcase, and it's tiring. And the thing is that we don't want to open it up and face it because of what we may find. But all is forgiven. There's a time to heal, and there's a time to grow. And the time is now. We are on a search and on a movement to a new life, y'all. It's about the kingdom, y'all. Y'all stay tuned and you be blessed. And remember, put God first and leave all the consequences to him. All right? Now y'all go out there and live a blessed life. Bye. Say bye to the